Hi, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here today. And today I got the Durafly Tundra back out here, and I loaded it up with my brand new Ovonic 4S 3400 milliamp hour battery. I did shift it back just a little bit farther. Hopefully, still plenty forward of the CG to have it well balanced, but I think it's going to work. I couldn't find any statistics on the motor, but equivalent motors were all 4S compatible, so I'm hoping this one is too. And like I said, I did look at the speed controller that came with the airplane, and it said it was good to 4S, so I'm counting on it. Now, it is a 40 amp ESC, and some people said they upgraded the ESC to 60 amp, but according to Ohm's law, if the load or the motor and the prop combination, which creates the resistance on the electrical force, stays the same and the electrical force is increased, well, the current draw should be decreased. So that's what I'm counting on, is that the speed controller will do just fine. And the nice thing, if this works out, is that the battery should actually last a little bit longer with less current draw. So fingers crossed everything works out okay, and let's get this thing in the air and have some fun. I do see quite a few people have hopped on. I do appreciate it, guys. It's a beautiful day out here on this Saturday. It's just noon. Did a noon flight today. I got her in high rates. The wind is kind of coming from that direction. It keeps shifting a little bit. Earlier it was coming from that yellow post. I think it's coming from that case digger or whatever it is. But I think we're okay as long as we take off this direction. That's so smooth. Nothing, there's no AS3X or safe or anything on this thing, and I have my fingers off the stick. It's that easy to fly, man. This thing is smooth. So yesterday I was having to go to full throttle to get about the speed right here, and I'm about half throttle now. So we're gonna fly it a little bit before we try pushing that throttle on up. You get it in that stall, and that's when you're creating the most load on the motor, at least until the wash of the prop is completely gone and it's not doing anything, just spinning. But while it's pulling the airplane straight up, that should be the most load. Really impressed with how well this airplane is handling. Lots of people I know have had this airplane, and I've just avoided a lot of airplanes from Hobby King just because of the experience I've had with some of their electronics when I buy it. There's a saying at our club that, you know, the Hobby King electronics is cheap, so buy extras because you never know if they're going to work. And I have found that can be true sometimes. If I'm going to buy the little 9-gram servos, I buy extras because you never know, one of them might not work. So they are super cheap, and you can buy twice as many of them for a lot less than the big name brands. And so it still makes sense, because if they all work when you get them, then you still have servos for your next project. Lots of power there, guys. And that was I still didn't even get to 3/4 throttle, so I'm liking this on 4S a lot more. And like I said, if I didn't fly it any more different than this, I should get maybe even double the flight times, because it feels like it's still handling just as good as when I had the 3S battery in there. Maybe just a tiny bit heavier feeling, but not much. So my mom was telling me, I was talking to her this morning, and she was telling me how she likes the Cuban 8 maneuver that I do. She thought that it scared me or whatever, but I've done a lot of them over the years, and it's just, sometimes it's boring for me. It's the only reason I don't usually do them. The knife edge is something that I've been working on, so I do a lot of those. I told her, I said, the maneuver that a lot of people like to see is when you take it up, roll it over, and then pull it under, kind of like a backwards Cuban 8. You can just see how maneuverable this airplane is, because I was doing those pretty low. And still haven't gone to full throttle. And there I've gotten a little more power in it there for that knife edge. I am getting just a little bit of coupling, but not too bad, and that might be because I moved the battery back. It's still flying great. I like it this way. Alright guys, let's line it up for a high-speed pass. Take it down to this end, and we'll see how quick it comes by with the wind here. So not too bad. That was pretty good power for 4S, and it did not hiccup or anything. I think it was handling it all right. We're still going. I've backed off the power, obviously. We're going to let that motor cool down just a little bit. That's the only thing about taking a system that is suggested to be 3S and overpowering it with the 4S like this. If you got the speed controller that can handle it, then you run the issue of overheating the motor. Because usually the difference is that the windings in the motor are smaller, and so they get hot from all the current flow. But like I was saying, the current should actually be a little less. Taking it down pretty low, the inverted here. Let's bring it back around. Wheels up. As my good buddy Dave likes to say. So we should get a loop in here. That I think I might already did a loop, but we do another one there. And let's get it down here on the right side one more time. And maybe we'll try an inverted one. I know my man Anthony May likes those. Look at that, rolled out of it, back to inverted. A little bit higher, sorry about that. Let it sink down here nice and low. Get a roll right here in front of me. And let's take it back down to, let's see if I can get a snap out of stall. It's a little bit too slow on the rates, but maybe if I had a little more speed going into it. Let's try it again. Nope, still a little too slow. We'll power out of that one. So since it was so slow at the top of the stall, I think it does better at the stall than it does at the top of the loop, so we won't even try that. I need to land from right to left, and I'm probably out of time, so let's take it back around. I can hear a full scale going by. I guess I could throw the flaps on. Oh, so the big bush wheels. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's way up there. Those big bush wheels can take that hard landing. It's got the spring system back here, but man, those tires are giant on this airplane. Probably would have been a smoother landing if I wouldn't have put the flap on. Here we go. What do you guys think of my new MTV hat that I picked up last night? We were at one of those stores where they have stuff that they're selling at a discount, and I picked up a few new hats. And man, what a beautiful day, man. I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great Saturday. It is beautiful out here, man. I might charge up a battery and come back out and fly again a little bit later. Man, it was just a beautiful day. Big thanks to the Lord for providing such a beautiful day to get out here and fly. And I appreciate you guys sharing it with me today. And until next time, which will be tomorrow, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. Thanks, guys. Just having fun. Love these. This hobby is just so much fun, guys.